Hello, just a quick review on the AEG brushless impact driver. I've used this for quite some time now. As you can see, it's quite worn. So overall, it's pretty good, pretty powerful. Yes, drives really nice. It's usually, if you have to praise a tool, you praise a tool. But the best things people want to know is the negative parts of the tool. Now, in size, pretty good, pretty light. It's got the belt hook, really nice. You can put it both sides. It's got a little holder for little bits at the back. I can say it's pretty useless because anything you put here, once you start hooking it on your belt here and there, you usually lose these little things. I found out the DeWalt, which have a magnet, I think it was up here somewhere on the side, it's much better, so they stay much stronger. The magnet is stronger, so this is pretty not that convenient. So let's get this tool is the one that's got the manual dial at the top, which is the three. One is pretty slow, the other one, second one is faster, the third one is like thrashing a lot with much speed. I find it really good, the manual one. Next model up has got the dials at the front here, which I'm gonna review. I have to use it first because I got it brand new. So this dial's pretty good, pretty easy to work, pretty nice. The lower settings gives a nice little like tap instead of smashing it. The middle one is pretty good. Now that's what I most use. If I want to thrash things faster, I use really fast. But when I go on really fast, usually when you have your bit at the front, obviously the chance, if you use on stainless steel screws, you kind of ruin them. If you use on tougher screws, then you start ruining your bit much more. Then it just depends where you are. If you screw things above your head, you don't have a better position. Then use a mid setting, and you force a little bit and screw them. If you're screwing something that's in front of you on the table, you can use the upper one because you put more force. It doesn't slip the tip when you have a bit at the front, and stays nice on the screw. Then you thrash screws down as fast as you can. Negative part. Now this part here. So one of the negative parts. Now when you put the bit on it, now when you screw, it rattles a bit. Now that's fine because you have to take off, because you're hammering. You don't expect to be perfectly straight. Usually doesn't work because you can change the angle on your hand, when you screw at awkward positions at places that are uncomfortable. Let's say between joists or somewhere in a little ducting place or in the ceiling. It's really hard to keep your angle straight in some positions. Anyway, so that's the job. Any model I had, they always do that a little bit. So you just have to kind of get used to it. And I notice when you screw, you have to push down a little bit in this direction. Now if you try to hold it straight down, spins. If you try to hold it like, you feel like you need to do the push in that direction. Now you hook it to the screw, and then you just slightly push it that way, and it goes really well. Another thing which is really annoying with it, now every time you take a bit off, this one goes back. Now I'll just show you. You can take the tool off. It doesn't want to do it now. See, it stays back. Now you can't put another piece to lock it until you push it out again to click, and then you can put something that's going to lock it. Now does it so often that it's just annoying, because sometimes I have to flick through two bits very quickly, and this thing is annoying because every time I have to manually do it with my hand to pull it out, and then put the next bit and take it off, and then it's gonna go back in and like that, and then I have to push it and then get the other bit, and it's really annoying. Now I've just bought the latest one, and I feel like it doesn't do it anymore. But I have to, once I start playing on site, then I'll make a video about it if they have fixed that. But they usually don't change these things much, so I hope they looked at it and upgraded it. But overall, we'll see. Now it's a bit noisier than DeWalt. I mean, it's on the noise, slightly louder, it's alright. It's really convenient because it's got this little dial here. It's a little trigger, and this trigger is for the light. Now once you put the battery on, sometimes because you go early in the morning or in the back of your car and you don't see well, and you get this thing, you just press it, gets the lights on, you can shine. You don't need to press the trigger, and it can shine, and it's really helpful. But otherwise, if you want to drill, it's just naturally you squeeze at the bottom as well, and the light comes on, and then you use it. Trigger pretty good. The dial here for the backwards and forward, and middle is locking it so it can't run. That's good when you put all your tools in your box and all they're stuffed up like in a hurry. You just throw everything in. If like that, got the battery on, accidentally you can press it and it drains your battery, or hear the noise at the back, you have to go down, fix it anyway. So I always leave it in the middle, and it does the job. With the batteries, now when you put the battery, now they have the system, they have these two little notches here, which they go into this groove and lock in. And this is, as I said, as soon as you press it, the light comes on. Or when you use it, I think it's about 10 seconds, the light stays on, which is pretty good, because sometimes 3 seconds is not enough. Like I have to keep pressing it. If you press the trigger straight away, the light goes on. I don't even need to press the bottom lever. Now the batteries sometimes they wobble a little bit like that. The other problem I had with them, you can see it here on the battery. I'll make a separate video about this as well. See how this is chipped. Now this is so sharp, and sometimes when you use the tool, they kind of snap. It's a really weak point on them, and they snap right through here. And actually when you press the two sides, they don't go right in. I'm not sure if you can notice this, it's slightly proud. Now this used to say way more prouder, and I actually cut it off here, and this one as well. And the next thing is, I use my blade just to slightly take the edge off here. Now if you do all this on all your tools, you don't need to do anything on the battery, and they're gonna come off easy. Because I had a couple of times, you lock it in, you can't get the battery off, and that's it. To take the battery off, you'll snap those, and then you go give it for repair, and then they might say you dropped it, and they won't repair it. I actually went with the same case at the shops, and I bumped into the sales dealer, and he knew what's going on, and I told him, you remove it, because if I do it, you'll say that I broke it. And he said, I know what you mean, and he told me, no, you have to do it. Then I said, okay, the only way to do it, I'll smash it in the ground. And I did it. I went there and I hit it in the ground. The battery came off. He went to his car, picked up the battery, and gave me a new one. Anyway, so overall, is it a good tool? Yes. Shall I rate it from 1 to 10? I can say, if this thing was working properly and didn't have the battery problem as well, and it was slightly quieter, it will be a really good tool. Otherwise, I can put it a good 7. Is it worth buying? Yes, I can definitely say yes. I like the manual dials, and I will check the electronics, because electronics will require one hand and another one to press, when with this one I can somehow sit it there and adjust it on the spot. So overall, that's what I want to say about it. Is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. Does it do the job? Yes. Do I trash it and it's still working? Yes. By the way, I had one of those, as I said before in some other videos. They have problems with electronics. I have one of those completely burnt out, the electronics. It starts smoking from the inside. Anyway, they usually repair. But again, lucky me, they gave me a brand new tool. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm kind of happy about it. They have problems, they fix the problems. So yeah, will I buy another one? Yes, I actually bought another brand new set, which I made a review in another video. That's from me. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.